My biggest dream goal is to join a VTuber company, and I've been pursuing this goal for over 3 years. And I no longer think that becoming a corporate VTuber is my biggest dream goal. The day I felt like I'd rather be an independent VTuber as my biggest goal, rather than being a corporate VTuber, it hit me like a truck. I spent over 3 years chasing this dream, and when I realized I might want something else, I was depressed. I really hated myself. I thought I had given up on myself, and I no longer had a clear direction. I had a lot of built up frustration, and all I wanted to do was to say that I hated myself. It wasn't because I failed so many auditions or that I was an unsuccessful or failed VTuber that felt depressing. I failed so many auditions, you could mess up counting on how many I failed. It was that I felt like I'd given up on myself, and I had given up on the version of myself that started VTubing. It felt like I'd given up on a version of myself years ago that wanted to do VTubing to become a corpo VTuber and believed I could do it. I kept this mindset all this time that joining a corpo was the only thing I wanted, and with different types of VTubers showing that you could do anything, I never really considered changing my goals. Everything I did was to appeal to a corpo, and when I thought I wanted to change what I was doing, I didn't know what I wanted to do. The reason why I had this mindset was because I didn't want to be an independent content creator. Social media makes people hate themselves, and I wanted to avoid that. But I liked VTubing so much that I wanted to become a VTuber. I thought I wasn't going to be successful unless I joined the corpo, and that was why I was so focused on the corpo goal. The more I improved as a content creator, the more I thought I wasn't built for being a corpo VTuber. I don't have a nice voice, I don't sing, I don't have a personality that would be appealing to a corpo, I don't think. Before I changed goals, I knew the goal of joining a corpo was looking unachievable, but I never considered changing goals until I came across a VTuber in my recommendations on YouTube that had almost the same exact feelings that I had. I didn't know this VTuber, but they were an unsuccessful VTuber that put how I felt into words rather than just thoughts in my head. Before I watched this video, I had bottled up feelings of disappointment chasing a corporal goal, but I didn't really know what this feeling was, and I thought I was the only person with this feeling, and I thought I had to put these feelings aside if I wanted to appeal to a corporal. I've never seen a VTuber express how they felt as an unsuccessful VTuber, so I thought I couldn't share how I felt. Watching this video brought how I felt into words. I have never seen anyone have almost the same exact feeling I had, and watching, I instantly broke down crying. I never knew there was a person or a piece of content that I could relate to on how I felt, and this video helped me so much. Without them putting out what they had to say, I would probably feel depressed without an outlet. I'd probably still be working toward the corporal goal that I would sooner or later have given up on and felt way worse about myself. To the person that made that video, thank you. After watching that video, it opened up my mind. It actually blew my mind that there's a bunch of VTubers that you would consider different from the typical corporal VTuber you might think of, and I was blinded by the corporal goal. I'm a huge VTuber fan, and I watch all kinds of VTubers, but I thought there was only one type of VTuber I had to be successful. After thinking about it, and I no longer want to talk about only how much I suck as a VTuber, I have a more positive look on my new goal. I think I'm too positive of a person to feel like giving up for too long. I think the version of myself that's starting VTubing would understand why I changed my goal. I still have these negative feelings from the VTuber corporal dream, but it feels more positive than negative currently. I feel like joining a corporal will get me nowhere trying to achieve that goal, and creating content with being an independent VTuber in mind is what I should do. Which is crazy after 3 years of wanting to be a corporal VTuber. And I think being an independent VTuber and doing content that might not appeal to a corpo is what I want to try. I don't hate corpos or anything. I'm a huge VTuber fan, and I like all types of VTubers. My favorite VTubers are corpo VTubers. Joining a corpo would be cool. It's just that I want to try something different. VTubing and social media is very much only show others the version of you that you want them to see. VTubers don't really talk about failing, being unsuccessful, or not meeting expectations. So what I'm doing, I don't think you would expect a VTuber to do. What I'm doing is probably the opposite of corpo appeal, saying you're unsuccessful. Saying you're unsuccessful, you suck, and that you hate yourself is not what you want others to see. I never thought I would do what I'm doing now, but I wanted to say how I felt, like how VTubers I look up to did.